said in the warm-up, if you can do the warm-up, you can do this. It's very, very simple. The x-intercept is the point a function crosses the x-axis at. Like we saw over here, there's my x-intercept right there. Y-intercept is where we cross the y-axis. That would be right there. So you're going to see these points with some number. We'll just call it a, comma, 0. So my x-intercept has a y value of 0. My y-intercept has an x value of 0. So we got to think kind of in terms of opposites, right? My x-intercept has a y value of 0. My y-intercept has an x value of 0. Okay? So let's say we have an equation in standard form. We're asked to find the x and y intercepts of the function. Let's say my function is 2x plus 4y equals 8. Sorry, I'll drop this down. Let's start with the x-intercept. If we want to find the x-intercept, I'm going to call it xint for short. Again, we're thinking in terms of opposites. If I want to find the x-intercept, I'm going to let y equal 0. Let's see what that looks like if we're going to let y equal 0. I'm going to take my equation, 2x plus 4. My y is going to come out, and a 0 is going to go in its place. That's what it means to let y equal 0. Exactly like the warm-up. We're evaluating this function for x when y is equal to 0. Right? What is 4 times 0?
0.
0.
So just cross it out.
So I can just cross it out. And I'm left with 2x equals 8. How can I get x all by itself?
Divide both sides by 2.
Divide by 2. What is 8 divided by 2?
4.
4. So for this function, my x-intercept will be 4. So if I was going to write this x-intercept as a coordinate pair, what would it look like? Tia, what would it look like? 4, comma, 0. Is that what you were going to say, Alex? Perfect. Because x is 4, duh, it says so right there. And we already let y equal 0, of course. So x comma y is 4 comma 0. We all done?
Yeah. No.
What does the question say to do?
You have to find the x and y.
Find the x and the y intercepts. Well, let's just do the opposite. To find the y intercept, we're going to let x equal 0. So I'm going to rewrite my function, but instead of the letter x, I'm replacing it with the number 0. See if you can take your 2 steps to figure out what that y is going to be equal to, and see if you can write the coordinate pair for that y-intercept. All right, let's figure this out. What is 2 times 0?
0.
Just 0. I'm going to cross them out. I'm left with 4y equals 8. How can I get y all by itself? Divide by 4. And what's 8 divided by 4? 2.
So y equals 2.
Y equals 2. That means my y-intercept here is at the point. What are my coordinates for my y-intercept now?
0, 2.
0, 2. My 0's in the front. My 2 is in the back. Quick show of thumbs, how we feeling so far? Perfect. It's not too bad, right? Let's do one more example. Let's say I've got the function negative 3x plus 7y equals 12. So if I want to start by finding the x-intercept, am I going to let x equal 0 or am I going to let y equal 0?
Y equals 0.
You're going to let y equal 0. Think in terms of opposites. If I'm finding the x-intercept, I'm going to turn my y into a 0. Another way we could think about it, if you want a little mental shortcut to pay attention, is like this. If I want the x-intercept, I'm going to ignore my y. So if I ignore this y, I've got negative 3x equals 12. Negative 3x equals 12. Everybody see what I did there?
Yes.
Because if I plug in 0 for y, it's just going to give me 0 and I'm going to have to cross it out anyway. So I might as well just write it without the y. Now if I want to find the y-intercept, what term am I going to cover up there?
X.
The x. So that goes away. And all I've got is 7y equals 12. 7y equals 12. Now I just have 2 separate one-step equations to solve by doing what? On both sides.
You divide both sides
Dividing.
by the number that there's in front.
That's right. What do we call that number in front of a variable?
A coefficient.
Coefficient, right? So my negative 3's go away. What's 12 divided by negative 3?
Negative 4.
My 7's go away. What's 12 divided by 7?
12 over 7.
12 over 7. Not always going to have a nice, even, whole answer, I should say. Not even, but a nice whole answer. So what would my coordinate pair look like for my x-intercepts? Alex, what would it look like?
Negative 4, 0.
Perfect. And what would my coordinate pair look like for my y-intercept?
0, comma, 12 over 7.
0, comma, 12 over 7.
There we go.
A lot easier that way, right?
Yeah.
Questions I can answer about that?